Over to Nigel with the weather.
Thanks, Andrew. And now the weather for all areas of the British Isles, but definitely not Bongo Bongo land. You may have heard about a storm in a teacup that developed when a UKIP town councillor in Oxfordshire was suspended by my party after he blamed the floods on David Cameron's gay marriage bill. The old parties are seeking to cloud the big political issues of the day by focusing on the view of UKIP members like him, even though he'd said a deluge of similar things before when he was a Tory councillor. How quickly some things change depending on which way the wind blows. Now, if you look around the UK, you'll see there are outbreaks of sometimes balmy, occasionally extremist views from people of all political persuasions. In Whitby, the sun was apparently briefly obscured by a UFO after a Labour councillor claimed to have fathered a child with an extraterrestrial. He also says his real mother is a 9-foot green alien with 8 fingers. There were earth tremors in North Wales, where a Lib Dem councillor called John Larson was sentenced to 18 years in prison for setting off a series of explosions in the North Wales town of Denbigh. Talk about extremism. And the weather for those of you thinking about heading off for the slopes? Well, there were flurries of embarrassment for the Tories after MP Aidan Burley organised a Nazi-themed stag party at an alpine ski resort. Anyone thinking of heading off on holiday to Brussels this week, perhaps getting there on the gravy train, watch out for a warm front of relentless hot air. Back in Britain, and the long-range forecast, and we can see temperatures rising ahead of the European elections in May. It could get stormy, so I advise you to avoid light aircraft. We hope there'll be a sprinkling of real ale on lower-lying areas, outbreaks of common sense, and absolutely no chance of cyclonic fruitcakes. Back to you, Andrew, with the rest of the Sunday politics.
The weather according to Nigel Farage.